Hello everybody, it's Nathan, and today I would like to talk about a certain anime slash manga series that was adapted in live action. And no, it wasn't Alita that I'm talking about. That's a decent movie as well. But today, I would like to talk about the movies that came out immediately when the show was airing. Death Note. Yeah, Death Note has a bad rap with adaptations. You have the 2015 TV drama that aired in Japan. I watched it. I liked some aspects of it. It's just the acting was not that great. And the CGI for Ryuk was But if you haven't watched these, especially the first two, they are amazing. It does differ slightly, ever so slightly. They give actual character development to a side character that was in one episode. That character has a whole arc in these movies. How is the story and everything? It follows almost beat for beat, with the character that was actually in the manga and anime, given a whole story arc that wasn't in the source material. Amazing. You see hints of Misa-Misa in the earlier parts of the story with like buses. You see Misa-Misa branding on it. It's amazing. You also especially for the first three, these two were basically one movie split into two. Think of it kind of like the Avengers Infinity War / Endgame scenario. It's one story split into two. That's what the first two Death Note movies are. They are dubbed completely in English by the original English VAs. And if you want to watch a sub, it's worth something if you watch it in sub, but you don't get the feel of the anime that the actual English dub voice actors bring to you. Especially during Death Note 2, the last name, they didn't have Rem's English VA chosen at the time. So they specifically went into this movie and said, let's give this Rem Shinigami a male voice instead of a female voice. She's more portrayed to be female in the anime, but it's more of like a goth hipster Shinigami that is like shown. It seems weird, but the context of this movie is it works. And those two movies that I'm talking about did so well in the box office. You got a sequel 2 years later, focusing on L and his fight to save the world from a contagious virus. Doesn't that sound like something? But it's amazing what they were able to do in these three movies. But that's not the end of it. For the 10-year anniversary of the first movie, we got yet another in this Death Note movie series. Death Note Light Up the New World, if that ever focuses. That is a good, follow-up overall. Not as good as They'll Change the World. This is a perfect story on how they tried to wrap up this continuity that they created. Absolutely perfect. But what if you take the Death Note story and wondering, what happens 10 years in the future? This is where Death Note Light Up the New World comes into play. They have, basically, if you want to know a quick summary of the fully new content that's in Light Up the New World, which is an original movie, there is 6 Death Notes dropped upon the world. This was written in the actual manga and anime that only 6 Death Notes can be in the world at once. So it's like a battle royale to see who can collect them all. Sounds a bit like Squid Game, but it's good. The only downside I'll give the new movie, Light Up the New World, there is no English audio. You have to strictly go with the Japanese, which is fine for that one movie, but you think if you're going to make these movies be consistent, but then again, these movies came out 10 years before, it's probably hard to get in contact with everyone from the original Death Note cast, the English cast. These movies are a really good piece of Japanese media. I would always go to the library here in my town and specifically get these Death Note movies. The acting by the voice, both the English audio and the actual actors that play both Light and L, they are amazing. Sadly, this disc skips a bit, but the rest of the series works fine. If you can actually go to your local library or find something find it on eBay, pick up every single one of these movies. You won't regret it. If you're a fan of Death Note, if you're a fan of Platinum End, I had to think of that name. It is a actual, well, adapted. It goes into a different direction, like I said before, but the different direction they went in feels natural. Kind of like how the Full Metal Alchemist. Remember that? The first series of Full Metal Alchemist, how they derailed it after a certain point and went to a whole anime original ending / they had a movie follow-up. It felt natural. From the context that was given when these movies were made. Remember, the first movie from this Death Note saga or something, this came out before the anime. Like a few months before. And of course, this came out while the show was still airing. And of course, the series was over for like a little over a year when this came out. And of course, the series was over for a long time when this came out. Death Note has a bad track record with has a bad track record with live action adaptations. You have the Death Note from Netflix. The only good thing in that movie was William Dafoe's Ryuk. Here, Ryuk had good CGI in the Netflix adaptation. But it's more cheaper CGI, but it works with Ryuk. Same with when Rem shows up in the sequel. Everything works. It's not blockbuster type of thing like they tried to do for the Netflix Death Note. It's more of a trying the best to adapt the source material and make it as realistic at the same time as adapting the story itself. And if you have actually enjoyed these movies, what do you think about them? It's my personal opinion. I enjoy these movies more than the anime and the manga. I enjoy the manga / anime immensely. But there's a special flair that these movies bring to the actual series that's actually worthwhile. So, I'm going to leave this question to you. What do you guys think of the 2006 Death Note series of movies? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys absolutely hate because they changed the story? I would like to know your opinions. And of course, this is all for the video. This is all the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe as always. The name is Nathan. Signing out. Everyone, have a great day.